the ruling in the Supreme Court, Steve? Was it 9-0?
Yes, it was a 9-0
In our favor.
in our favor against the district court ruling.
That is false, and multiple statements made about Kilmar Abrego Garcia were also false as well. Statements like that he's a terrorist or a gang member, or that the Supreme Court ruled against him and against the district court. It actually reminded me of this book I bought at the Smithsonian called Swan Song 1945, which is a collection of stories that happened near the end of the Second World War. The reason why it reminded me of this book is because of how the disrespect for truth continued even as the situation got worse and worse. In that, even though Germany was basically all but lost in 1945, the people of Berlin were still receiving radio messages of propaganda. The Reich was still acting as if Germany could somehow still beat the Allies. This is a situation that is far worse than what's going on in the United States right now. And even then, their government refused to acknowledge the truth that was right in front of them. So if they're not going to acknowledge the truth when their cities are bombed out, when the Russians are at their doorstep, then we don't have a situation at all where the president is going to acknowledge the truth unless things get far, far worse for him. That's what's going on right now. We have an executive branch that is exerting power over the legislative branch by promising and threatening to fund any primary challenger to any member of Congress that dares oppose the executive. On the other hand, we have an executive branch that is actively ignoring and denying and making a mockery of the judicial branch, citing several decisions as if they were in their favor when they clearly weren't. This is the result of years and years of development. This is a man who has not been told no when he should have been, where there weren't uncomfortable conversations that should have been held, where he should have been held accountable for his actions. He should have been impeached following the insurrection in 2021, but he wasn't. For that reason, we are now in a situation where the judicial branch can't check him, and where the legislative branch can't check him either. He's not just disrespecting people's rights as citizens or residents of this country, he's also disrespecting the Constitution by impeding upon people's First Amendment rights to criticize him. He's disrespecting the 12th and 22nd Amendments by theoretically running for a third term. He's also disrespecting the Supreme Court of the United States by ignoring their court order. Therefore, he's disrespecting the office of the executive, he's a threat to this country, and he should be impeached. At the same time, there is no reason for him to respect the truth, because respecting the truth would require him to step down from power. Therefore, he's going to double down on false narratives and ignorant beliefs over and over again. And like I've said from this book, when that happens, over years of time, that can lead to disastrous results.